everyone. Hi, we're tuned back in again. Same place. We will do this like maybe one more time.
Just 10 minutes later.
Yeah. We actually had such a great episode.
I know,
we wanted
we were
to
just
go with
laughing
another
so
one.
hard afterwards.
So I guess the
Talking about personalities.
Yeah, and we kind of noticed we have a good chemistry and good personalities that bounce off of each other, and we have a lot of fun. But what about when that doesn't happen?
I know.
What about when you got the personalities that kind of clash? I mean, we always think about the person who's the left brain and right brain, or the personality A or personality B.
Personality A and
type
personality
A,
B.
type B. Yeah.
Type A.
I'll tell you now.
Neurotic.
Yeah,
people.
One of the things that I have learned.
Yes.
People are people. Period.
Yes.
We are so individually. Do we have overarching, generalized categories that we can fit in? Yeah, sure. Everybody does, because we're people. But when it comes down to it, the personality that a person has is really, really them.
Yes.
Period. I always say I have a very dichotomous personality. And that is true. It's not this or that. It's this and that.
Yeah.
It's not, okay, I'm type A and type B. I'm type A and B.
Yeah, it's a happy mix.
In fact, in my workshops, I talk about personality types. And I go into Carl Jung, and I go into the Myers-Briggs thing and all of that. Oh, he's a dude. He's a dude. He's a dude when it comes to personality types. Anyway.
I like Howard Gardner when it comes to
introverts and extroverts.
What is it?
All
Emotional IQ. Sorry.
Okay, emotional IQ.
I'm a big fan of that.
All right. I talk about introverts and extroverts. I also talk about a third category called the ambivert. All right, which is basically like a mixture of the two of them, the introvert and the extrovert.
Like a hybrid.
That is actually a majority of our population. When you really, really think about it, we've been conditioned to think and realize that, okay, wait a minute, hold on. I'm either this type or that type. No, that big broad spectrum in the middle, that's the type that you are. That's the type that, they didn't want to talk about. Anytime you look at stuff like the bell curve, you have your outliers on both sides. That big chunk in the middle, that's your majority. And that's what I found that people are. So that's why, for me, having that dichotomous personality allows me to go that full range of the spectrum. I can be this and that and everything in between when I need to be. I guess for me, it's just me being fully me fully embracing who I am and genuinely being me, as opposed to what I think I am. My thoughts will get in the way of who I really am.
Who you really are.
And I guess that's like my kind of take on the personality thing.
My personality thing is I just love EQ. People that have such emotional IQ quotient can like goof around, have that street smarts, but don't necessarily have to be book smart. I remember writing a paper on Howard Gardner back when I was in oh my God, what grade was I in? Like 12th. And I think at that point they only had 8, and now I think it might be up to like 10 or more. But it's so interesting that when you can goof around with people who don't have the dry humor, or you get the book smart people that you just try to nudge them and have fun, and they're just like, that just always gets me. For me, again, it's just down to the EQ.
I'm thinking
bubbly.
Here's a good connection between the last episode and this one. When you do have someone, and we've all run into this, where you have a personality clash.
Well, that's a whole nother episode.
Okay. Really, what you really need to do is take a step back.
Yeah.
And say, let me be empathetic.
Yeah.
Let me dig where this person's
find out where this person, maybe this person's got issues at home.
Let me try and get in their shoes just for a second and see the space that they're in. Because, for all you know, they're going through tons of stuff, and they're at their wits' end as to how to deal with it. It's like right up to here for them, and they're ready to pop.
Yeah.
And you just happen to be the one that said one thing that set everything off.
Right there, exactly.
Didn't mean for it to go that way, but
they unleashed their craziness on you.
Yeah, and again, that becomes a clash. But if we can take the chance to be empathetic and kind of step back, and
just gain some perspective on it.
Yeah,
you don't have to be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. What's going on with you?"
Well, don't get me wrong. Empathy and sympathy are two different things.
I know, but you know what I'm saying.
Correct.
When you put it out there like that.
But you do want to take a step back and also dig the space that you're in.
Yeah. Because
you're bringing your own junk to the thing too.
Yeah.
Nobody dances by themselves.
Yeah.
Unless you
that's
got some
a really
good music
quote.
that's going on.
I really like that quote.
Okay.
That's Kelly's quote.
We'll take that one.
I like that. Kelly's quote. I like that.
But
good.
yeah, when the
dances
personality
alone.
clash comes, you know, you have to really
and take it with a grain of salt, because some of us take things
oh
really
yeah,
personally,
yeah, that's
and
another
I'm
one.
so
It's
guilty of
not
that too.
personal, yeah.
Yes, I'm very guilty, especially in my 20s. I was very guilty of that, because everything I guess as a creative being in that field, it can be so subjective that you are so hard on yourself, and you're hard on yourself anyway, no matter what field you're in. And if you just imagine something, you know, remind yourself of when you were in elementary school and you had your art class and everyone did something different, right? And that's just in the classroom. Can you imagine if your boss is like, yeah, that's just does not portray this, or that basically sucks, then you feel that you're horrible.
I'm
just saying, I'm sure there's some bosses that have. I know I've seen it before too.
No.
You know, that's why I always joke around about account managers.
I'm
so sorry, but that always comes to my mind. But it's true. It's true. And imagine if you can have so many different takes on an object that you're drawing, let's say just in an elementary art class. Imagine what it's like in the real world. And you got to cut yourself a little slack. I had to teach myself that in my 30s, you know?
Yeah, I was just thinking about something. Part of your personality is also shaped by, you know, where you grew up and how you grew up. I'm from New York, from the Bronx. That's primarily where I grew up. We'll stay in Ridgewood, New Jersey for a little while in the suburbs. That was fun. But New Yorkers have a skepticism about them. You know, we're always looking for the angle. You know, we're always looking for the other shoe to drop. Or, you know, wait a minute, hold on, what's the hook here? Are you trying to rook me? You know, that's just who we are. And I have to realize I bring that kind of baggage with me as part of my personality. And it took me a little while to kind of work on that and realize, hold on, man. Everybody's not out to get you, bro. Yeah. Nobody. And in fact,
so that's like
I shared.
Is that like your like little Achilles heel kind of thing?
Correct. No, I shared with everyone. All the stuff connects. Always connects. I shared with everyone. My greatest fear is vulnerability to being hurt, which is one of the reasons why I'm so loud, boisterous. I work out so hard. I'm so because I know that runs people away. And at least I know in my little safe space, I'm all right. Yeah. You know, to be able to recognize that and then start working on that and saying, okay, you have to realize that there's nothing to be afraid of. Yeah. Correct. And for me, one of the biggest things that I had to learn was everybody doesn't want to hurt you, man. Yeah, not everyone's after you. People actually do like you. And not everyone wanted to criticize me in my 20s. Yeah. You know, even though it felt like that. If you don't run people away, you actually might bring people to you that really want to empower you and boost you up. That was another post that I did today on the empowerment of you and those that you want to rise with and be with, that are going to support you in all your efforts and all your falls, which, of course, is a good thing because it means you're growing. Yeah. So. Yeah. Once that realization came for me, it became a lot easier to now say, okay, well, let me open myself up a little bit more. And I became much more of a people person. Ironically, I became much more of a happy person. I got a lot more in touch with me. I didn't feel like I had to put on airs. And now I'm to the point where, like, hey, listen, you know, accept me as I am, or, you know, if you don't like it, I can still fight. I always say that too, but I'm not getting me wrong. I'm not going to try and beat up the world because that's not going to work. Oh my God, it's so not love light energy. But I do make sure I still know, you know, that's way in the back of your brain, you know. Oh, that's the warrior stuff in me. Yeah, I was gonna say, totally. You know, I'm still the philosophical warrior. You got to be that way. Yeah. Everything you need to do. Well, I'm not. Can honestly. I don't think I am. Oh, everybody. I think we are. I don't think I mean, we have the capability, but I don't think I'm very philosophical. Oh well, that I thought you were talking about the warrior side. No. Well, I am a warrior side, but when it comes everybody's got that warrior side. When it comes to the spirit world, I mean, our entrance into this world. Yeah, life was a struggle. Your whole life is about that. You know, you're trying to survive. That's a struggle. So you better I don't want to hear Bryson and Mathis talk about that. You better get some warrior stuff up in you to make sure you survive. But the whole start of our life, Bryson and Mathis better not complain. That's definitely not. Oh man, your kids are no complaining. No, they'll wait till they become teenagers. That's when the complaints really hit you. Too funny. Yeah. Hey, you're already getting one going that way. No, he's like a tween already. He's got a girl. But anyway, what's your Achilles heel? Like, I'm just curious. He's curious. Like, what's your little Achilles heel? What kind of breaks you down and, you know, makes you vulnerable and have to outgrow? Yeah. Yeah. I gave you one. I know. I'm like curious what they. I do a lot. Yeah, I do a lot of digging into me, so I got quite a few. Maybe we'll find that some have very similar ones. You know? Oh, are you kidding? Please. Respond to that because we could actually do quite a few different topics on that alone. That's something that, you know, let's talk about it. Really. Absolutely. The amount of growth for me just in discussing it and thinking about it would be tremendous. But for the person who
so we
really
can get all
needs
philosophical
it, who really
on us.
wants it, oh man, are you kidding?
I'm
I
busting on you.
Hey, don't get me wrong. That's me. I'm going to get philosophical.
Oh my God.
That's just me. The Socratic method always, kind of worked for me. So.
Yeah, we have that on the website too, from quotes from different Socrates, and Confucius, and
Plato.
all those things I did crib notes for. But
all the stuff that I read the books on.
You read them. I used the crib notes.
I'm telling you, you got to read those books.
But I did do well. So.
See, look at that.
It's all good.
10 minutes and 30 seconds in, and we're still rolling with the fun.
So we got to stop. This
okay.
Unless we hear otherwise, we got to stop.